the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Hornets have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized, for their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Chicago Bulls. Will there be an upset in round one? It's all coming up next.
And a potential closeout game here tonight. It's 3-0, advancement to round two in the Eastern Conference at stake. And tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a look at the starters for Charlotte. The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Ball. Then it's Miles Bridges. And for the Bulls, Giddey is the one, with White by his side at the 2. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Herder in at the 3 slot. Taking a look at Chicago, you don't want to write a team off. But down 3-0, there isn't a lot of hope to go around.
Yeah, this team can see the writing on the wall. With that said, they can still play for pride and put up a fight. Give them something to build on for next season.
Here's Buzelis. There's the block. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line to shoot free throws. First trip to the line for him here. And he drops it first. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Here's Ball. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
Giddey passes to Herder. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Sexton. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
A nice little J from Sexton. When he's feeling it, he has a good touch on those shots.
There's a screen. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's Ball. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
A lot of different ways to knock down shots, and Ball's form is certainly unorthodox, but it works for him, and he's got a really quick release that allows him to get it off.
Offensively, they've been pretty sharp. 3 for 4 so far.
And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide-open man.
From about 19. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul of the game. Knipples checked in for Charlotte. White for 3. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, nice shot by White. So confident from range.
There's Ball with a 3. Nails it from 3. Ball's got 7 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Jacks up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one.
I think it's great to see that kind of confidence in a young guy like Buzelis.
There's Ball with a 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
You know, this early scoring is as much about the lackluster defense as it is about either team's offense.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Some changes for Chicago. The Sumu comes in for Herder, and it's Jones in for White. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Plumlee's checked in. Now here's Jones. The Sumu for 3. Plumlee pulls down the board.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
Here's Miller. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. It's a tie ball game.
Looking quite comfy from the mid-range. I like seeing Miller look to score from here.
Pass to Buzelis for three. Hits the three-pointer. Give him 8.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Miller. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Check out Miller showing off his pure shooting ability in the mid-range. So smooth.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Asumu for three. Drills it from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Outside Jones. 3 seconds left. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Chicago ahead, up by 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. James is out there with Knipple. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then there's Brandon Miller. And it's Diabate in at the 4. Here's Knipple. And the Hornets, another 3.
Yes, I know Knipple is a rookie, but he entered the league with a reputation from deep.
Inside. And Phillips gets it to go. Phillips has got his first points of the game.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
There's Plumlee with a 3. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. That one's on Zach Collins. For Chicago, Herter's checked in for Phillips. White comes in for DeSumo. And it's Josh Giddey in for Jones. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Sexton's checked in. He tries the 3. Drops in the 3. Plumlee's got 8.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Giddey against Sexton. It's deflected. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The shot by Diabate, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
It's good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Sexton passes to Miller. Over Herter. And Miller the bucket on the assist by Sexton. 6 points for Brandon Miller.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Ellis is checked in for Chicago. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Outside White. Pass to Herter. Outside White. 6 to shoot. Outside Giddey. Puts it up. Miller pulls it in.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Ball. And another basket for Charlotte.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
Back to Giddey. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Giddey's got his second bucket on the night.
Operating in that mid-range area that time. No real shot contest.
And the basket by Plumlee.
He's got a hot hand, and the defense seems helpless to stop him.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Collins with a screen on Miller. Here's Herter. And there's another one for Chicago.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And so here is Chicago after the basket by Charlotte. Now here's Herter. Give him 8 points now. Nails it from beyond the arc. Collins has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ball. Again, Charlotte.
Hey, they are really exploiting openings in the mid-range. 10 straight points from that area.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills. And you're seeing it right now.
And here's Herter. Puts up a deep three. No good there. And so it's Charlotte closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Thanks for joining us for Game 4. At the half, some ground to make up for the Chicago Bulls.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
Checking out the circumstances for the Chicago Bulls. They're 0 for 3 in the series. Kenny, what should they do to stave off elimination?
They got to take a long look in the mirror and figure out which vacation spot they're going. In other words, they're toast, Ernie.
Listen, I don't need to break out the crystal ball to tell you how this ends. They have to white flag up, and the season is on the clock.
A lot of metaphors there, but I get the gist. Speaking of toast, what do you prefer on toast, Kenny?
Jam, no butter.
Shaq?
Jam, jelly.
What's the difference between jam and jelly, Shaq?
I have no
Jam
idea.
don't shake like that.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's Sexton. Giddey is the one with White by his side at the 2. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Herter in at small forward. That's the group for Billy Donovan getting going here in the second half. Here's Giddey following the bucket by the Hornets. And stolen by Sexton. Here's Ball. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Ball's got 18.
Well, I love the feel Ball has when he should pull up or pass or whatever decision he has to make. His pace is outstanding.
White, good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking to have a very big second half.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And there's a pick. Pass to Buzelis. Chicago passing it around. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 10.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
And Ball gets it to go.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4, and looking good doing it.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Giddey. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
Hornets leading by 8. Back to Ball. Outside Sexton. Miller on the wing. On the wing, Sexton. The 3 from Ball. And Charlotte, another 3.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's Vucevic, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
Shoots from 14, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Buzelis, and Chicago again with a bucket.
And you see the potential Buzelis has as a shooter. This kid's upside is definitely enticing.
And Ball gets it to go.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
Pass to White. Outside Herder. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And that's a promising shot to Buzelis.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Williams is checked in for Chicago. Jones comes in for Giddey. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Knippel's checked in for Sexton. And Ball gets it to go.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now here's Jones. Herder from long range. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got his 3rd assist of the night. Charlotte leading by 6. Pulls up on the wing. Again, Charlotte.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Chicago. Pass to Herder. This one for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Oh, man. They have really heated up from mid-range.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Bridges outside. Over Williams. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Bridges has gotten his first points in this one.
You know, we've seen Bridges knock down threes, but I think this is his sweet spot at 15 to 19-foot range.
Jones' shot is good.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
5 ticks left in the 3rd quarter of the game. 1 second left. That one falls. 6 points for him.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Colin Sexton out there with Knipple. And it's James in at the 3. And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Hornets making their last shot. And Williams punches it home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Collins with a screen on Sexton. Kicks it out to Collins. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 5 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Herter's checked in for DeSumo. And it's Kobe White in for Jones. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He actually challenged his players. He said, quote, "We are in this one. We can see the finish line. How will we react?" I'm curious to see who steps up and takes it to the next level. Big challenge for the coach.
Thanks for that, Allie. And here's Charlotte now. Chicago making their last shot.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot. Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
The Bulls trail by 10. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Vucevic! Yes! Locked in on the J!
Postcard perfect. That's how pretty the jump shot is by Vucevic.
Here's Miller. Oh! Touches it off the glass.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Giddey scanning the floor. Here's Vucevic. Shot blocked. Ball against Giddey. Sexton, 20 feet away and no problem.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter. Vucevic. Oh, it doesn't go. Hornets leading by 12.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Hornets.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
They just own this series from the start. A clean sweep and a dominant showing from them.
Yeah, super impressive. They took a hold of this series from the jump and just never took their foot off the accelerator.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for LaMelo Ball.
He was on a tear. Everything seemed to be finding the bottom of the net for him. I'm sure he'd like to build on that performance going forward.
It's money from deep. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down goes the jumper.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
The three is in.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Yes, sir! Count it! And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game. And with that win, they'll be moving on to round 2. And they delivered an epic performance, sweeping this best-of-7 series.
That's what you want to do. Get out of the first round as quickly as possible. Now the road gets a little harder.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Quarterfinals. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.
they double him with Mitchell. Three, good.
Still a developing part of Harper's game. When he's spinning from deep, Dillon is really tough to guard. Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
And the Spurs with possession. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. Here's Castle. And they do it. They'll move on to round two. Thrilling fashion, guys, taking round one in what certainly will go down. Guys, it's one of the most...
Smith outside. Durant. KD splashes the triple.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Clippers trail by 3. Harden pairs with Beal to make up the guard set. Kawhi and Collins are the forwards. And it's Zubac in at the 5, down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Leonard. The putback. Just in time with the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's Thompson. 7-footer. Now Sengun. And that's going to be a travel.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
The Clippers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Zubac with a screen on Thompson. Now Leonard. And stolen by Durant. And here we go. The Rockets in transition.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. They trail by 3. Oh, no good on the layup.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Sure, will think twice about shooting against him next time. Along with Hall of Fame talent, KD is just clutch.
Leonard! It's Leonard with a good look inside.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
Clippers trail by 3. A minute 15 left in the final quarter. Durant there for the rebound. The Rockets have gotten 4 or 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Oh, money!
What a big shot from Durant. This guy is the definition of clutch.
For Durant. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Now Leonard. Beal outside. Shoots a 3. The 3 ball is down.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's Sengun.
shot from Şengün. He takes pride in delivering in big spots.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Ty Lue address the team. Clearly, there's no doubt in the coach's mind. He told his guys, look, we're in this. All it takes is a couple of stops and a couple of buckets. It's yours for the taking. Now go out there and take it. I like his confidence. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Zubac. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Connects!
Just making the defender look downright silly.
Oh, that's a move he'll be bragging about all night. It's going to be online everywhere. Anytime you get a guy on the ground, you've got the right to talk some trash.
First, and that makes it a three-point lead.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a two-possession game.
And the Clippers call time here. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Now here's Leonard. Şengün pulls it down. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge free throws there to pad the lead, trying to close that door.
Harden fires. The three is off. And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. They've won it. Next stop, conference semifinals. And what a way to cap off a riveting series. And
Kevin,
all right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there.